Greetings, dear travelers. Picture yourself at the crossroads of history, a place where ancient whispers meet modern echoes. Thailand, a land of endless stories, invites us to journey through its vibrant tapestry of time. This is no ordinary tale. It is a saga of resilience, where early humans carved out their lives amidst fertile plains and jungles, and civilizations blossomed into cultural powerhouses. Each chapter in this story reveals a new layer, from the rise of powerful kingdoms to the enduring spirit of its people. Our voyage begins in the deep past, before kings, before temples, when this land was just a cradle for humanity. Together, we will unravel the origins of Thailand, diving into its ancient foundations to uncover how this extraordinary nation came to be. So, fasten your seatbelts, dear travelers, as we take the first step on this extraordinary adventure. Before we begin our journey into Thailand's past, let us pause and marvel at its unique role in the fabric of Southeast Asia. Stretching from the high mountains in the north to the sunlit beaches in the south, this land has always been more than a geographic space. It is a crossroads of cultures, ideas, and peoples. Its rivers carried life, its forests offered sanctuary, and its fertile soil nurtured generations. Geography shapes history, and for Thailand, this has been especially true. The nation is cradled by mountains to the north, offering protection and isolation, while the vast rivers of the Chao Phraya and Mekong nourished its fields and sustained its people. To the south, peninsular routes connected it to vast maritime networks, welcoming merchants, explorers, and ideas from distant lands. But beyond its landscapes lies its people, the artisans, farmers, traders, and rulers who shaped its destiny. These individuals, though separated by time, are united by their creativity, resilience, and unwavering commitment to their land. Their story is one of profound beauty and enduring spirit, and today, we will follow in their footsteps. Let us take our first step back in time, to a land untouched by kingdoms, where human ingenuity and nature lived side by side. Together, we will uncover the origins of what we now call Thailand, and witness the foundations of a remarkable journey through history. To truly understand Thailand's story, we must begin at its very roots, tens of thousands of years, before kingdoms rose and temples adorned the land. Our journey takes us back over 40,000 years, to a time when humans first roamed this fertile region. Imagine a world untouched by modernity, where survival depended solely on nature and ingenuity. Archaeologists have uncovered fascinating artifacts in places like Lampang and Kanchanaburi, stone tools and remnants of ancient hunter-gatherers. These early humans thrived in harmony with their environment, relying on rivers teeming with fish, forests rich with game, and plants for sustenance and medicine. They were the first to leave their mark on this land, albeit faint, like whispers carried by the wind. By 3000 BCE, humanity in this region had entered a new era, the Bronze Age. This was a period of quiet yet transformative progress. Communities like Ban Chiang, today a UNESCO World Heritage Site, reveal a society on the cusp of innovation. Here, people were among the first in the world to cultivate rice, a crop that would become synonymous with Southeast Asia. Rice paddies stretched across the fertile lowlands, their golden grains sustaining entire villages. But it wasn't just agriculture that defined this era. The people of Ban Chiang mastered the art of metallurgy, forging bronze tools and weapons. Their pottery, adorned with intricate patterns, speaks to a society that valued both functionality and beauty. These quiet advancements laid the groundwork for the civilizations that would soon rise. Imagine life in these early villages. Families worked together to farm, fish, and create tools. Rituals and ceremonies bound communities, perhaps in thanks to the land that provided so abundantly. Though small in scale, these communities were rich in culture and knowledge, adapting to the rhythms of nature with remarkable skill. This era was also one of connection. The great rivers that flowed through this land, the Mekong, the Chao Phraya, and their tributaries, were highways for trade and exchange. Early societies likely traded tools, crops, and ideas with their neighbors, sowing the seeds of cultural exchange that would later flourish in the region. But life was not without its challenges. Seasonal monsoons could flood the fields, while droughts threatened crops. Yet these early peoples were resilient. They learned to harness the power of water, developing rudimentary irrigation systems to sustain their crops and ensure survival. This adaptability, this ability to bend but not break in the face of nature's challenges, is a hallmark of Thai history. It is a trait that has been passed down through the ages, a quiet strength that has shaped this land and its people. Though isolated by mountains and forests, these early communities were not cut off from the world. Evidence suggests they were part of a larger network of prehistoric cultures stretching across Southeast Asia. Shared techniques in farming, toolmaking, and pottery reveal a tapestry of interconnectedness, an early glimpse of the regional unity that would later define this part of the world. And so, as the Bronze Age drew to a close, the foundation of Thailand was set. The land was fertile, its people resourceful, and its connections to the wider world growing. These early seeds of civilization would soon bloom into the great cultures and kingdoms that define Thai history. Though the footprints of these early humans have faded with time, their legacy endures. They remind us that even the grandest civilizations begin with small, humble steps. As we move forward in our journey, we will see how these early advancements laid the groundwork for the rise of Thailand's first great kingdoms. Let us continue, dear travelers, into the next chapter of this remarkable tale. As centuries passed, the lands we now call Thailand transformed from scattered communities into thriving centers of culture and trade. By the 6th century CE, the Mon people had established the Dvaravati culture, a network of city-states influenced by Indian traditions. Buddhism arrived in this era, flourishing alongside Hindu cultural elements, which shaped the spiritual and artistic fabric of the region. The Dvaravati civilization was defined by its open, decentralized nature. Cities were not united under a single kingdom, but existed as interconnected hubs, trading ideas, goods, and religious practices. Stone inscriptions found in sites like Nakhon Pathom reveal the spread of Theravada Buddhism, a tradition that would become deeply embedded in Thai culture. Let us pause to appreciate the artistic legacy of this era. The Dvaravati's sculptors crafted serene Buddha images, designed to inspire reflection and devotion. Their temples, adorned with intricate stucco reliefs, became sanctuaries of both worship and learning. While Dvaravati thrived, another powerful force began to shape this land: the Khmer Empire. Originating from present-day Cambodia, the Khmers extended their influence into central and northeastern Thailand. Their monumental architecture, a harmonious blend of Hindu and Buddhist motifs, became defining landmarks. These awe-inspiring temples were more than places of worship. They were symbols of Khmer power and devotion. The art and infrastructure of the Khmer left a profound legacy, one that remains visible in Thailand's northeast today. These structures also served a symbolic purpose. The Khmer designed their temples to represent Mount Meru, the sacred axis of the universe in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. Such grand designs reflected not only spiritual reverence, but also the ruler's divine authority. This period was marked by cultural exchange and trade. Thailand's location made it a key link in a network of regional trade routes that connected India, China, and beyond. The Mon and Khmer people embraced these opportunities, incorporating foreign ideas and innovations while preserving their unique identities. Imagine bustling ports along the Gulf of Thailand, where traders exchanged goods like silk, spices, and metals. Through these interactions, Thailand's early societies absorbed diverse influences while leaving their mark on others. The Dvaravati city-states eventually gave way to larger, more unified political entities. By the 11th century, the Khmer Empire's dominance in the region began to wane, creating a vacuum that would pave the way for the rise of new kingdoms. But their contributions to art, religion, and governance laid the groundwork for the cultural renaissance yet to come. The dawn of kingdoms was a time of transformation, connection, and creativity. It was the prelude to the emergence of Thailand's first great kingdom, Sukhothai. Join me as we step forward into the golden age of Thai civilization. Before we close this chapter, let us reflect on the enduring legacies of this transformative time. The Dvaravadi's commitment to spiritual enlightenment and artistic expression, combined with the Khmer's architectural and cultural achievements, set the stage for a flourishing of ideas and innovations. The 13th century ushered in a golden age for Thailand. Emerging from the shadows of the Khmer Empire's waning influence was the Sukhothai kingdom, often considered the first truly Thai kingdom. Sukhothai was more than a political entity. It was a beacon of cultural and spiritual renaissance, a time when Thai identity began to flourish. Sukhothai was founded in 1238 when two Thai chieftains, Pho Kunbang Klang Hao and Pho Kun Pha Muang, united to overthrow the Khmer authority in the region. Declaring independence, they established Sukhothai as their capital, a city whose name means dawn of happiness. Sukhothai's location in central Thailand was key to its success. Positioned along fertile plains and near significant trade routes, the kingdom thrived agriculturally and economically. Its leaders, however, understood that true power lay not only in wealth but in fostering a shared cultural and spiritual identity. Sukhothai reached its zenith under King Ramkham Hayeng, who ascended the throne in 1279. Revered as a visionary leader, Ramkham Hayeng expanded the kingdom's borders through diplomacy and military campaigns, creating a vast and unified realm. Perhaps his most enduring legacy was the creation of the Thai script. Ramkham Hayeng adapted elements of existing scripts to develop a written language uniquely suited to the Thai people, ensuring the preservation and dissemination of their culture and laws. Under King Ramkham Hayeng, Sukhothai was governed as a benevolent monarchy. The king was described as a father figure to his people, accessible and just. This relationship is immortalized in inscriptions, which tell of a kingdom where the water flows and the fish abound. Sukhothai became a center of Theravada Buddhism, which had been introduced from Sri Lanka. The kingdom's rulers patronized the construction of temples and the production of Buddhist art, fostering a spiritual awakening that shaped Thai culture for generations. The art of Sukhothai reflects a harmonious blend of Khmer, Mon, and uniquely Thai influences. The Buddha statues of this era, characterized by their graceful lines and serene expressions, are considered masterpieces of Thai sculpture. Sukhothai's rulers invested in infrastructure to support their people. Canals were dug to irrigate rice fields, while roads and trade routes connected the kingdom to its neighbors. This commitment to practical governance ensured prosperity and stability. The kingdom maintained active diplomatic ties with its neighbors, including China. Sukhothai's relations with China were particularly significant. Records from the Yuan dynasty describe emissaries bringing gifts of tribute, including rare woods, ivory, and precious metals, in exchange for Chinese silk and ceramics. This exchange was not only economic, but cultural, fostering an influx of Chinese ideas, technologies, and artistic styles that influenced Sukhothai craftsmanship. These ties also served to elevate the kingdom's prestige on the international stage, showcasing it as a prosperous and influential state. Historical records reveal that King Ramkham Hayeng sent emissaries to the Yuan dynasty, fostering trade and cultural exchange. Despite its golden age, Sukhothai's influence began to wane in the late 14th century. The kingdom faced growing challenges from both within and outside its borders. Succession disputes weakened the central authority, while the rise of the Ayutthaya kingdom to the south presented a formidable rival. Ayutthaya's strategic location near the Chao Phraya River allowed it to dominate trade routes and attract political alliances, gradually overshadowing Sukhothai. By the mid-15th century, Sukhothai's rulers found themselves unable to resist Ayutthaya's expanding influence, leading to its eventual absorption into the larger kingdom in 1438. This transition marked the end of Sukhothai as a political power, but not the end of its cultural legacy. Internal conflicts and the rise of the Ayutthaya kingdom ultimately overshadowed its power. By 1438, Sukhothai became a vassal state of Ayutthaya. Though its political power faded, Sukhothai's cultural and spiritual contributions endured. The kingdom's influence extended far beyond its borders, shaping the development of neighboring states and cultures. The ideals of just governance promoted by King Ramkhamhaeng inspired rulers in subsequent Thai kingdoms. The emphasis on Theravada Buddhism set a spiritual tone that became a hallmark of Thai society, and the Thai script ensured the preservation of the language, enabling centuries of literary and administrative advancement. Furthermore, Sukhothai's artistic innovations, particularly its Buddha sculptures, became templates for Thai religious art. These contributions were not just historical footnotes, they became integral to the identity and resilience of the Thai people. Today, the ruins of Sukhothai are preserved as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These carefully maintained relics allow visitors to walk in the footsteps of a golden age. Among the most iconic sites are Wat Mahathat, the spiritual heart of the kingdom, with its towering stupas and serene Buddha statues, and Wat Si Chum, home to the colossal seated Buddha that inspires awe and reverence. The preservation efforts extend beyond the physical structures. Scholars and historians have worked tirelessly to decode inscriptions and reconstruct the cultural practices of the era. Through these efforts, the story of Sukhothai continues to inspire generations, highlighting the importance of safeguarding heritage for the future. Visitors from around the world come to marvel at its temples, stupas, and sculptures, remnants of a kingdom that once symbolized the dawn of Thai civilization. The spirit of Sukhothai lives on in modern Thailand. The Thai script created by King Ramkhamhaeng remains a cornerstone of the nation's written language, connecting contemporary Thailand to its historical roots. Similarly, the emphasis on Theravada Buddhism, with its teachings of mindfulness and compassion, continues to shape the moral and cultural framework of Thai society. Traditional festivals, such as Loi Krathong, often attributed to the Sukhothai period, still light up the country each year, blending history with vibrant modern celebrations. From the architectural style of temples to the values embedded in governance and education, the legacy of Sukhothai is alive in every corner of Thailand. From the Thai script to the nation's commitment to Theravada Buddhism, the kingdom's influence is woven into the fabric of Thai society. Sukhothai reminds us of the power of vision and unity. It was a kingdom that, in its brief but brilliant existence, laid the foundation for what would become one of Southeast Asia's most enduring cultures. The story of Thailand takes a dramatic turn as we enter the 14th century. Rising from the remnants of earlier kingdoms, Ayutthaya emerged as a new and powerful force, destined to shape the region for over 4 centuries. This era, marked by grandeur, resilience, and complexity, witnessed the transformation of Thailand into a hub of trade, culture, and diplomacy. In 1351, King Ramathibodi I established Ayutthaya as the capital of his kingdom, signaling the dawn of a new era in Southeast Asia. His vision was to create a kingdom that could rival the great empires of the region, uniting diverse communities under a single, powerful monarchy. The city was founded at the confluence of the Chao Phraya, Lopburi, and Pasak rivers, an area abundant in natural resources and perfectly suited for agriculture, trade, and defense. This strategic location provided Ayutthaya with a robust foundation, ensuring its prominence for centuries to come. Ayutthaya's rivers served as natural barriers against invaders, creating a nearly impregnable city, while also facilitating domestic and international trade. These waterways connected the kingdom to a vast network of trading partners, allowing goods to flow effortlessly to and from its thriving markets. The fertile plains around the city ensured a steady supply of rice, the kingdom's primary export, which solidified its economic dominance. Merchants from China, India, Persia, and even Europe traveled great distances to reach Ayutthaya's ports. The city became a melting pot of cultures, with diverse influences blending seamlessly into its society. This confluence of trade and culture made Ayutthaya one of the wealthiest and most cosmopolitan cities of its time, attracting not only traders but also scholars, diplomats, and adventurers from across the globe. The kingdom was governed under a centralized monarchy, with a hierarchical system that placed the king at the top as a semi-divine figure. This structure not only reinforced the king's authority, but also integrated spiritual and political power, making the monarch both a ruler and a symbolic link to the divine. The king's decisions were implemented through an extensive bureaucracy, which managed the kingdom's resources, taxes, and military organization. Nobles and administrators were appointed to oversee provinces, ensuring the king's reach extended to even the most distant regions. This strong governance allowed Ayutthaya to consolidate its power, maintain stability, and effectively manage its expanding territory. Ayutthaya's leaders were skilled military strategists, recognizing that territorial expansion was key to securing the kingdom's dominance. They built a formidable army equipped with advanced weaponry, including cannons acquired through trade with European powers. The military employed both traditional Thai combat techniques and innovations borrowed from neighboring states, ensuring its adaptability in various conflicts. The kingdom expanded its territory through a combination of conquests and strategic alliances, subjugating neighboring states such as Lana and the remnants of Sukhothai. Fortified cities and outposts were established to secure newly acquired lands, while tribute systems ensured loyalty from vassal states. By the 15th century, Ayutthaya had become the undisputed power in the region, its influence reaching as far as modern-day Cambodia, Laos, and Malaysia. Trade was the lifeblood of Ayutthaya, a driving force behind its immense wealth and influence. The kingdom exported an array of products, including rice, tin, sapphires, and textiles, which were highly sought after by foreign markets. Its strategic position along regional trade routes allowed Ayutthaya to become a hub for maritime trade, connecting Southeast Asia with distant lands like China, Japan, India, Persia, and even parts of Europe. Ayutthaya's thriving ports hosted ships loaded with Chinese porcelain, Japanese lacquerware, Persian carpets, and European firearms. The kingdom's economic policies encouraged the establishment of foreign trading quarters within the city, where merchants from diverse cultures settled, further boosting trade and cultural exchange. This economic vibrancy transformed Ayutthaya into one of the most prosperous and cosmopolitan cities of its era. This thriving trade brought not only wealth, but also a remarkable cultural exchange that shaped Ayutthaya's identity. Persian, Chinese, Indian, and European influences left their mark on the kingdom's art, architecture, cuisine, and language. Persian designs inspired intricate patterns in textiles and decorative arts, while Chinese porcelain and silk became symbols of prestige. Indian spices enriched the culinary traditions of the kingdom, creating dishes that blended local flavors with exotic ingredients. The Europeans, particularly the Portuguese and Dutch, introduced new technologies and styles, including firearms, advanced shipbuilding techniques, and Western architectural elements. Jesuit missionaries from Europe built churches in the city, leaving a spiritual and architectural legacy. This cultural diversity not only enriched daily life, but also solidified Ayutthaya's reputation as a global crossroads where ideas and traditions converged. Theravada Buddhism remained central to Ayutthaya's identity, shaping not only the spiritual life of its people, but also the kingdom's governance and culture. The kings of Ayutthaya were seen as Dhammaraja, or righteous rulers, responsible for upholding Buddhist principles. This belief system influenced the laws, education, and societal norms of the kingdom, embedding a sense of morality and order. Ayutthaya's religious inclusivity was equally notable. Mosques, Christian churches, and Hindu temples coexisted alongside Buddhist monasteries, reflecting the kingdom's cosmopolitan nature. This acceptance of diverse faiths strengthened Ayutthaya's status as a welcoming and tolerant hub of global trade and culture. The city of Ayutthaya was a marvel of urban planning, designed to reflect the kingdom's grandeur and spiritual devotion. At its heart stood the royal palace and Wat Phra Si Sanphet, the grand temple complex reserved for the monarchy. These structures were meticulously planned to showcase both religious and political power, embodying the kingdom's prosperity. The city's waterways were equally remarkable, serving both practical and aesthetic purposes. These canals not only provided irrigation and transportation, but also enhanced Ayutthaya's natural defenses. The layout of the city, with its wide streets and bridges, reflected a sophisticated understanding of infrastructure, making it one of the most advanced urban centers of its time. Visitors from across the world marveled at its beauty and ingenuity. Ayutthaya was known for its skilled diplomacy, which played a crucial role in securing its position as a regional power. The kingdom maintained formal relations with powerful states such as China, Portugal, and the Netherlands. Diplomatic envoys, laden with gifts, were sent to the Chinese court, cementing Ayutthaya's status as a loyal vassal in exchange for economic benefits and protection. The Portuguese were among the first Europeans to establish formal ties with Ayutthaya, bringing firearms, mercenaries, and trade goods. Later, the Dutch and French also sought alliances, leaving behind detailed records of the kingdom's wealth and splendor. These diplomatic connections not only safeguarded Ayutthaya from external threats, but also fostered the flow of ideas, technologies, and culture into the kingdom. Life in Ayutthaya was vibrant and diverse, reflecting its status as a cosmopolitan hub. The city was a melting pot of cultures, where locals and foreigners lived and worked side by side. Farmers cultivated rice in the fertile plains, while artisans crafted exquisite pottery, jewelry, and textiles that were traded both locally and internationally. Markets were the heart of daily life, bustling with activity as merchants sold goods from across the world. Visitors marveled at the variety of products available, from Chinese silk to Indian spices. Religious festivals, marked by grand processions and offerings, brought the community together in celebration. Meanwhile, the rivers served as thoroughfares for transport and commerce, with boat traders plying their goods from village to city. Ayutthaya was not just a city of grandeur, but also a living, breathing center of human enterprise and culture. The 16th and 17th centuries marked Ayutthaya's golden age, a period defined by its immense wealth, cultural achievements, and global prominence. The kingdom became a focal point for international trade, attracting merchants, diplomats, and adventurers from Europe, Persia, India, and beyond. Accounts from foreign visitors, such as the French envoy Simon de la Loubère, described Ayutthaya as one of the most impressive cities in the world, rivaling even Paris and London in its scale and sophistication. This era saw an unprecedented flowering of the arts, with the construction of grand temples and the commissioning of intricate sculptures and paintings. The city's vibrant markets and bustling ports exemplified its role as a global hub, while its diplomatic missions strengthened ties with powerful nations, enhancing Ayutthaya's prestige and influence. However, this era was not without challenges. Ayutthaya faced persistent threats from neighboring kingdoms, particularly Burma, as well as internal power struggles that occasionally disrupted its stability. Periodic invasions tested the kingdom's strength, but each time, Ayutthaya demonstrated remarkable resilience, rebuilding its infrastructure and reclaiming its position as a dominant regional power. The kingdom also navigated the complexities of international diplomacy, balancing alliances with European powers while managing the pressures of colonial expansion in the region. Ayutthaya's leaders skillfully maintained independence, ensuring the kingdom's survival amidst a rapidly changing global landscape. Despite these trials, Ayutthaya's spirit remained unbroken, a testament to its adaptability and determination. In 1767, Ayutthaya faced its greatest tragedy, a turning point that marked the end of one of Southeast Asia's most powerful kingdoms. Burmese forces, after years of conflict and failed attempts, finally breached Ayutthaya's formidable defenses. The city was sacked, its palaces, temples, and libraries reduced to ashes. Priceless historical records and cultural treasures were lost, severing links to the past. The destruction left the once mighty city in ruins and its people displaced. Survivors fled to the countryside or were captured as prisoners of war, while the royal family sought refuge elsewhere. Though this catastrophe brought an end to Ayutthaya's dominance, it did not extinguish the spirit of its people. The fall of Ayutthaya marked a period of transition, setting the stage for a new chapter in Thailand's history. Despite its fall, Ayutthaya's legacy endured. Its cultural and architectural influences can still be seen across Thailand, and its history continues to inspire pride and resilience in the Thai people. Today, the ruins of Ayutthaya are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They serve as a reminder of the kingdom's greatness and a testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Visitors walk among the remains of temples and statues, connecting with a history that shaped a nation. Ayutthaya's story is one of ambition, innovation, and survival. It was a kingdom that stood at the crossroads of the world, shaping the history of Southeast Asia. As we move forward, we will explore how Thailand rose again from the ashes of Ayutthaya, continuing its remarkable journey. After the fall of Ayutthaya, Thailand faced a period of upheaval and uncertainty. But from these ashes arose new leaders and new hope, beginning with the reign of King Taksin and the establishment of Thonburi as the kingdom's temporary capital. In the aftermath of Ayutthaya's devastating fall in 1767, the kingdom was left in disarray, its cities in ruins and its people scattered. Amid this chaos, a determined military leader named Taksin rose to prominence. With remarkable resilience and strategic brilliance, he rallied scattered Thai forces and launched a campaign to reclaim lost territories. His victories over rival factions and neighboring threats solidified his reputation as a unifying figure. In 1768, Taksin declared himself king and established Thonburi as the new capital, symbolizing a fresh start for the fractured nation. Taksin's ascent was not only a story of survival, but also a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Thai people. Thonburi, situated along the western bank of the Chao Phraya River, was a natural choice for the new capital. Its proximity to the river offered vital advantages. It was defensible, served as a conduit for trade, and allowed for the easy movement of goods and troops. As Taksin consolidated his rule, Thonburi quickly transformed into a bustling center of commerce and military operations. The river ports welcomed traders from across the region, revitalizing the kingdom's economy. This strategic location also enabled the rapid restoration of essential infrastructure, ensuring that Thonburi became not only a political center, but also a symbol of resilience and recovery. After the devastation of Ayutthaya, King Taksin's rise was marked by relentless military campaigns aimed at recovering territories lost to neighboring powers and unifying a fractured nation. Recognizing that the survival of the Thai people depended on swift action, Taksin organized a disciplined and mobile military force, combining traditional Thai combat techniques with strategies learned from his adversaries. He successfully reclaimed critical territories in central Thailand, including the fertile Chao Phraya Basin, which was essential for agriculture and trade. Taksin's campaigns extended to the north, where he secured the ancient Lanna Kingdom, and to the northeast, reclaiming territories near the Mekong River. His efforts even reached into modern-day Laos and Cambodia, creating a protective buffer zone against further incursions. These military victories were not merely acts of conquest, but of restoration. Taksin brought stability to regions ravaged by war, reinstating local governance under his rule and reopening critical trade routes. Beyond the battlefield, Taksin demonstrated an acute understanding of diplomacy. He forged alliances with local leaders, integrating their territories into his kingdom while maintaining their loyalty. This combination of military prowess and political acumen allowed Taksin to consolidate his authority over a unified Thailand, laying the groundwork for the nation's recovery and resurgence. King Taksin recognized that the cultural identity of the Thai people had been deeply wounded by the destruction of Ayutthaya. To rebuild this spirit, he made cultural restoration a central part of his rule. Monks who had been displaced during the Burmese invasion were invited back to their communities, where they re-established Buddhist practices and rituals. Taksin initiated the rebuilding of temples that had been destroyed, transforming them into centers of faith, education, and social unity. Among these efforts, Taksin also supported the creation of new Buddhist art and architecture, encouraging craftsmen to preserve traditional styles while introducing innovations that reflected the resilience of the Thai people. Beyond religious endeavors, he promoted the revival of literature and performance arts, including traditional Thai dance and music, which were essential in fostering a sense of pride and continuity. Despite the brevity of his reign, Taksin's cultural policies left an indelible mark, laying the foundation for the artistic and spiritual resurgence that would flourish in the Ratanakosin period. After King Taksin's reign ended in 1782, Thailand entered a critical period of reorganization and renewal. General Chao Phraya Chakri, a trusted military leader and key figure in consolidating the kingdom, ascended to the throne as King Rama I. His rise marked the beginning of the Chakri dynasty, which continues to reign today. Recognizing the limitations of Thonburi as the capital, including its constrained geography and vulnerability to attacks, King Rama I made the momentous decision to relocate the capital to the eastern bank of the Chao Phraya River. This new site, known as Krung Thep, or City of Angels, offered superior defenses and fertile lands, creating a foundation for a stable and prosperous kingdom. The move to Ratanakosin was also deeply symbolic. It marked a fresh start for the Thai people, distancing the nation from the tragedies of Ayutthaya and the challenges of Thonburi. The establishment of Bangkok was not just a political maneuver, but a cultural and spiritual revival. The construction of the Grand Palace and Wat Phra Kieu, housing the revered Emerald Buddha, signified the kingdom's commitment to preserving its heritage while forging a new path forward. Bangkok, or Krung Thep, meaning City of Angels, was meticulously designed to serve as the heart of a revitalized Thai kingdom. King Rama I, deeply aware of the vulnerabilities exposed during the Fall of Ayutthaya, sought to create a capital that could withstand external threats while fostering cultural and spiritual renewal. To achieve this, he selected a site on the eastern bank of the Chao Phraya River, surrounded by natural defenses and fertile lands. Central to Bangkok's layout was the construction of an intricate network of canals, or klongs, which served multiple purposes. These canals acted as natural fortifications, transportation routes, and irrigation systems, ensuring both the city's security and its economic viability. The waterways gave Bangkok the nickname Venice of the East, reflecting its seamless integration of functionality and beauty. Alongside the canals, roads and bridges were built to connect key areas of the city, reflecting advanced urban planning for the era. At the core of the new capital stood the Grand Palace, a sprawling complex designed to be both a royal residence and a symbol of the Chakri dynasty's authority. Its architecture combined traditional Thai elements with artistic influences from neighboring regions, showcasing the kingdom's cultural sophistication. Within the palace grounds, King Rama I commissioned the construction of Wat Phra Kieu, the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. This sacred temple, housing the Emerald Buddha, a symbol of divine protection and legitimacy, became the spiritual heart of the nation. The statue itself was believed to ensure the prosperity and stability of the kingdom, further solidifying Bangkok's status as a center of Thai identity. Beyond its spiritual and political significance, Bangkok was envisioned as a hub of commerce and cultural exchange. Its proximity to the Chao Phraya River allowed for thriving trade, attracting merchants from China, India, and beyond. The city's markets bustled with activity, offering goods ranging from local produce to imported luxuries. Meanwhile, temples and monasteries across the city served as centers of education, art, and religious practice, reinforcing the role of Buddhism as a unifying force for the people. Bangkok's establishment was more than the creation of a new capital. It was a statement of resilience and renewal. Every element, from its defensive canals to its ornate temples, reflected a kingdom that had learned from the past while looking toward the future. Under King Rama I's guidance, Bangkok emerged as a beacon of stability and pride, a city that embodied the enduring spirit of the Thai people. The Chakri dynasty, founded by King Rama I in 1782, became a cornerstone of stability and continuity for the Thai kingdom. Over centuries, this dynasty steered the nation through periods of profound change, adapting to challenges both domestic and international. Under King Rama I's leadership, the foundations of the dynasty were laid, including the establishment of Bangkok as the new capital and the preservation of the kingdom's religious and cultural heritage. His reign emphasized unity and resilience, setting the tone for the monarchs who followed. King Rama II continued to nurture Thailand's cultural revival, overseeing a flourishing of literature, drama, and poetry. His court became a center for traditional Thai arts, which were revived after the disruptions of the Ayutthaya and Thonburi periods. During his reign, efforts to restore temples and promote Theravada Buddhism further solidified the Chakri dynasty's role as both political and spiritual leaders of the kingdom. Under King Rama III, the Chakri dynasty entered a new era of expansion and international trade. The kingdom strengthened its commercial ties with China and other regional powers, leading to economic growth and the accumulation of wealth. Rama III also reinforced Thailand's borders through military campaigns, ensuring the kingdom's territorial integrity. He supported the construction of new temples and infrastructure, including the iconic Wat Pho, which became a center for education and the arts. The subsequent reigns of King Rama IV, Mongkut, and King Rama V, Chulalongkorn, brought Thailand into the modern era. These visionary monarchs embraced reforms that transformed the kingdom's administrative, economic, and social structures. King Rama IV, renowned for his scientific curiosity and diplomatic acumen, negotiated treaties with Western powers that preserved Thailand's sovereignty amidst colonial pressures. Meanwhile, King Rama V abolished slavery, modernized infrastructure, and implemented legal reforms, earning him the title of the Great Beloved King. The Chakri dynasty's ability to adapt and lead during periods of transition ensured the survival and prosperity of Thailand. By combining traditional values with innovative policies, the dynasty became a symbol of unity and continuity, embodying the Thai people's resilience and adaptability. Buddhism has long been the spiritual backbone of Thai society, and under the Chakri dynasty, it flourished as both a religious and cultural cornerstone. The Chakri kings recognized the central role of Buddhism in uniting the Thai people, and they worked tirelessly to restore and expand its influence after the disruptions of the Ayutthaya and Thonburi periods. Temples and monasteries were rebuilt or newly constructed, serving not only as places of worship, but also as community centers for education, cultural preservation, and social support. King Rama I's reign marked the beginning of a grand revival of Buddhist traditions. He initiated the restoration of significant temples, including Wat Arun, Temple of the Dawn, which became one of Bangkok's most iconic landmarks. Rama I also oversaw the compilation and revision of the Tripitaka, the Buddhist canon, ensuring that the teachings of Theravada Buddhism were preserved and propagated. This effort reinforced the connection between the monarchy and the Sangha, the Buddhist monastic community, establishing the king as a Dhammaraja, or righteous ruler, who governs according to Buddhist principles. Later monarchs, such as King Rama III, further advanced Buddhism's role in Thai society. Rama III championed the construction of Wat Pho, home to the renowned reclining Buddha and the first public university in Thailand. Wat Pho became a hub for education and cultural learning, offering teachings in traditional medicine, literature, and religion. This temple, along with many others built during the Chakri reign, symbolized the integration of spirituality, education, and cultural heritage. Buddhism also served as a source of moral guidance and community cohesion. Monks provided spiritual support, mediated conflicts, and offered education to both children and adults, particularly in rural areas where temples often doubled as schools. Festivals and ceremonies, such as Vaisakha Bucha Day and Kathina, the robe offering ceremony, brought communities together, fostering a shared sense of identity and devotion. Throughout the Chakri period, Buddhism adapted to the challenges of modernization. By the reign of King Rama V, Buddhist institutions were restructured to align with the needs of a rapidly changing society. New seminaries and schools for monks were established, while temple architecture evolved to reflect contemporary styles, blending traditional designs with modern influences. Buddhism's enduring presence as the moral and cultural foundation of Thailand was, and remains, a testament to its adaptability and relevance. Under the Chakri dynasty, the faith not only survived, but thrived, strengthening the kingdom's spiritual and cultural identity while bridging the past and the present. By the mid-19th century, the shadow of Western colonial expansion loomed over Southeast Asia. Neighboring countries like Burma and Vietnam had fallen under British and French control. But Thailand, under the visionary leadership of Kings Rama IV, Mongkut, and Rama V, Chulalongkorn, skillfully navigated this era of uncertainty. Recognizing the threat posed by Western powers, the Chakri monarchs adopted a strategy of selective modernization, blending traditional Thai governance with new technologies, ideas, and institutions introduced by the West. King Rama IV, known for his forward-thinking diplomacy, initiated reforms to strengthen the kingdom's position on the global stage. Educated by missionaries in Western sciences and languages, he corresponded with European leaders and established treaties that protected Thailand's sovereignty while opening the kingdom to trade. He invited foreign experts to Thailand to introduce innovations such as modern printing presses, scientific knowledge, and medical practices. These changes laid the groundwork for further modernization under his successor. King Rama V, one of Thailand's most celebrated monarchs, expanded these efforts dramatically. He abolished slavery, a progressive reform that not only improved the lives of the Thai people, but also aligned the kingdom with Western ideals of governance. He reorganized the administrative structure of the government, creating ministries to oversee specific areas such as education, defense, and public works. Inspired by European models, King Rama V also established a modern legal system, codifying laws to ensure justice and order throughout the kingdom. Infrastructure modernization became a hallmark of this period. Railways, roads, and telegraph systems were constructed to improve connectivity and facilitate trade. The first railways, linking Bangkok to surrounding provinces, transformed commerce and mobility, symbolizing Thailand's entry into the modern age. Public health initiatives, including hospitals modeled on Western medicine, further elevated the kingdom's standard of living. Education reforms were another critical aspect of modernization. King Rama V expanded access to formal education, establishing schools based on Western curricula and sending Thai students abroad to study engineering, law, and medicine. These efforts produced a new generation of leaders who would guide Thailand through the challenges of the 20th century. Despite embracing modernization, Thailand retained its cultural identity, a testament to the wisdom of its rulers. The Chakri kings carefully balanced the adoption of Western ideas with the preservation of Thai traditions, ensuring that modernization did not erode the kingdom's heritage. This adaptability allowed Thailand to maintain its sovereignty while neighboring nations succumbed to colonization, marking it as a unique success story in the colonial era. By the mid-19th century, Western colonial powers were exerting influence across Southeast Asia, posing a significant challenge to Thailand's sovereignty. Unlike its neighbors, Thailand managed to remain independent, thanks to the visionary leadership of Kings Rama IV, Mongkut, and Rama V, Chulalongkorn, who adopted a strategy of selective modernization. This approach blended Thai traditions with Western advancements to strengthen the kingdom while avoiding colonization. King Rama IV initiated this transformation, leveraging his knowledge of Western science, diplomacy, and languages to negotiate treaties that protected Thailand's independence. He invited foreign experts to introduce technological innovations, including modern printing presses and astronomical equipment, which contributed to the kingdom's scientific and administrative advancement. Rama IV's diplomatic acumen allowed Thailand to establish relations with Britain and France, averting direct colonial control. Building on this foundation, King Rama V enacted profound reforms that modernized Thailand's infrastructure, governance, and society. He abolished slavery, a progressive move that aligned the kingdom with global ideals of equality and enhanced its moral standing internationally. He restructured the government by creating specialized ministries to manage education, defense, and public works, ensuring more efficient administration. Under Rama V, Thailand experienced an infrastructure revolution. Railways and roads connected distant provinces to Bangkok, facilitating trade and mobility. The introduction of telegraph lines enhanced communication across the kingdom, while modern hospitals improved public health. These advancements not only strengthened Thailand internally, but also showcased its capability to adopt global standards without foreign intervention. Education was another cornerstone of modernization. King Rama V expanded access to formal education, establishing schools that integrated Western curricula with traditional Thai values. Thai students were sent abroad to study law, medicine, and engineering, bringing back knowledge that fueled the kingdom's growth. These efforts created a new generation of skilled leaders equipped to guide Thailand through the 20th century. Despite the rapid pace of modernization, Thailand remained deeply rooted in its cultural and spiritual heritage. Buddhist institutions continued to play a central role in society, and traditional festivals, arts, and customs flourished alongside Western innovations. This careful balance of progress and tradition became a hallmark of Thailand's unique path. The monarchy played a pivotal role in unifying the nation, especially during periods of transformation and uncertainty. Under the Chakri dynasty, kings served not only as political leaders, but also as cultural and spiritual figures. Royal ceremonies, deeply intertwined with Thai traditions, reinforced the monarchy's divine authority and its role as the protector of the kingdom. Events such as the royal plowing ceremony and the Kathin robe offering rituals symbolize the connection between the monarchy, the Buddhist faith, and the people. Beyond their ceremonial role, the monarchs contributed significantly to the kingdom's development through public works. Large-scale infrastructure projects, including the construction of canals, bridges, and irrigation systems, supported agriculture, facilitated trade, and improved the everyday lives of the people. These projects were often carried out with royal patronage, reflecting the king's responsibility for the welfare of his subjects. Education was another area where the monarchy left a lasting impact. The establishment of schools, both religious and secular, ensured access to knowledge and skills for a broader segment of society. King Rama V, in particular, was instrumental in introducing modern education systems, laying the foundation for a more informed and capable populace. Through their leadership, the monarchs also ensured the preservation of Thai culture and heritage. They supported the arts, including traditional dance, music, and crafts, while restoring historical monuments and temples that symbolize the nation's legacy. This dual role as leaders and cultural stewards helped the monarchy foster a strong sense of national pride and unity, ensuring its continued relevance in a rapidly changing world. The 20th century brought political transformation. In 1932, a bloodless revolution ended absolute monarchy, leading to the establishment of a constitutional monarchy. Despite this shift, the monarchy remained a revered institution. During World War II, Thailand found itself in a precarious geopolitical position. Pressured by Japan's military expansion in Southeast Asia, Thailand signed a treaty allowing Japanese troops to pass through its territory in exchange for retaining nominal sovereignty. In 1942, under the leadership of Prime Minister Plak Phibunsongkhram, Thailand officially aligned with Japan and declared war on the Allied powers. However, this alliance was deeply controversial within the country, and a covert resistance group known as the Free Thai Movement, Seri Thai, emerged to counter Japanese influence. The Free Thai Movement, supported by the United States and Britain, worked in secret to gather intelligence, sabotage Japanese operations, and prepare for a post-war realignment with the Allies. This dual approach, official collaboration with Japan and covert resistance, allowed Thailand to maintain a degree of flexibility as the tides of war shifted. The movement's success would prove crucial during post-war negotiations. Following Japan's defeat in 1945, Thailand faced the challenge of re-establishing its position on the global stage. Thanks to the efforts of the Free Thai movement, Thailand avoided being classified as a defeated Axis power. Instead, the nation negotiated its way back into favorable relations with the Allied powers, securing its sovereignty and escaping significant reparations. The country quickly pivoted to rebuilding its economy and infrastructure, which had been strained by wartime demands. Thailand's strategic location made it a focal point during the Cold War, placing it at the heart of Southeast Asia's geopolitical struggles. Surrounded by nations experiencing the rise of communism, such as Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, Thailand aligned itself with the United States and became a key ally in the fight against communist expansion. In 1954, Thailand joined the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization, SEATO, a coalition aimed at preventing the spread of communism in the region. This alliance brought substantial economic and military aid from the United States, which Thailand used to modernize its infrastructure and strengthen its military capabilities. American air bases were established across the country, serving as critical hubs during the Vietnam War. These bases not only contributed to Thailand's strategic importance, but also spurred economic growth, creating jobs and attracting foreign investments. Domestically, Thailand's anti-communist stance shaped its political landscape. Successive governments implemented strict measures to suppress communist movements, often restricting political freedoms to maintain stability. Despite occasional unrest, Thailand maintained its role as a reliable partner of the West, while fostering rapid urbanization and industrialization, particularly in Bangkok. The Cold War era marked a time of transformation, as Thailand balanced its strategic significance with efforts to modernize and strengthen its economy. Despite rapid modernization, Thailand remained committed to preserving its cultural heritage. Festivals, traditional arts, and religious practices continued to thrive, blending seamlessly with modern life. Bangkok grew into a vibrant metropolis, embodying the duality of Thailand's identity. Modern skyscrapers standing beside ancient temples. Over the decades, the city transformed into a hub of commerce, culture, and tourism, becoming the beating heart of Thailand's economy and a global destination. With its intricate network of canals, bustling markets, and diverse neighborhoods, Bangkok seamlessly blends traditional Thai heritage with contemporary influences. The city's skyline, dominated by towering skyscrapers like the Bayokai Tower and Mahanakhon, reflects its rapid modernization and economic ambitions. Yet, amidst this urban sprawl, historic landmarks such as Wat Arun and the Grand Palace continue to draw millions of visitors, serving as reminders of Bangkok's rich history. Bangkok has also gained global recognition as a culinary capital, offering everything from street food classics like pad thai and mango sticky rice to Michelin-starred fine dining experiences. Bangkok's influence extends beyond culture and tourism. It has become a center for international diplomacy and regional cooperation, hosting high-profile summits and forums. The city's infrastructure, including the expansive Suvarnabhumi International Airport and its modern public transit systems, cements its status as a global hub. As a city that bridges the ancient and the modern, Bangkok stands as a symbol of Thailand's ability to honor its past while boldly embracing the future. The Thonburi and Ratanakosin periods were defined by resilience and renewal. From the ashes of Ayutthaya to the bustling streets of modern Bangkok, Thailand's journey through these eras reflects its enduring spirit and adaptability. As we move forward, we continue to witness the legacy of these remarkable chapters in Thai history. As the mid-20th century unfolded, Thailand entered a period of transformation. From navigating the aftermath of World War II to its rise as a modern economic powerhouse, the nation's story became one of resilience, adaptation, and growth. Following World War II, Thailand faced the monumental task of rebuilding its economy, infrastructure, and international reputation. Having narrowly avoided being classified as a defeated Axis power due to the efforts of the Free Thai movement, the country began to realign itself with the Allied powers. Diplomatic efforts to repair relationships with the United States, Britain, and other Western nations were critical in securing much-needed financial aid and support for reconstruction. Domestically, the government focused on revitalizing agriculture, which remained the backbone of the economy. Irrigation projects were initiated to boost rice production, ensuring food security and increasing exports. Infrastructure rebuilding, particularly roads and bridges destroyed during the war, became a national priority. Markets, ports, and industries were gradually restored, reigniting commerce and trade. Thailand also took steps to strengthen its global position by joining the United Nations in 1946, signaling its commitment to international cooperation and peace. These efforts to stabilize the economy and reintegrate into the global community laid the groundwork for the economic growth and political transformations that would follow in the second half of the 20th century. 1946 marked the beginning of a transformative era in Thai history, with the ascension of King Bhumibol Adulyadej, Rama IX, to the throne. At just 18 years old, the young king returned to Thailand from Switzerland, where he had been studying. His return symbolized a moment of hope for a nation grappling with political uncertainty and post-war recovery. The Thai people welcomed him with immense joy, seeing in him the potential to unify and stabilize the country during turbulent times. King Rama IX's reign, which would eventually span more than 70 years, began under difficult circumstances. The sudden death of his older brother, King Ananda Mahidol, had left the country in shock and mourning. Despite the challenges, Rama IX quickly gained the trust and affection of his people. through his humility, intelligence, and dedication to their well-being. Over the years, he established himself as a unifying figure, transcending political divisions and fostering national pride. His early return to the throne signaled the beginning of a monarchy deeply connected to its people, one that would focus on addressing the challenges of rural poverty, education, and modernization. His efforts to personally engage with communities across the country, visiting remote villages, listening to farmers, and initiating royal projects, demonstrated his commitment to improving the lives of ordinary Thais, solidifying his reputation as a people's king. Under the reign of King Rama IX, the monarchy played a transformative role in Thailand's modernization. A deeply hands-on monarch, King Bhumibol Adulyadej dedicated his reign to addressing the challenges faced by the Thai people, particularly in rural areas. He initiated thousands of royal projects aimed at improving agriculture, water management, healthcare, education, and infrastructure, creating a blueprint for sustainable development. One of the monarchy's most notable contributions was in the field of agriculture. King Rama IX introduced innovative techniques to improve crop yields, combat soil erosion, and increase access to water resources. His development of the monkey cheek water management system helped reduce flooding and provided a reliable supply of water for farming. These efforts revitalized Thailand's rural economy, ensuring food security and improving the livelihoods of millions. In healthcare, the king supported mobile medical units that brought essential services to remote areas. He also championed initiatives to combat diseases, such as malaria and tuberculosis, which were prevalent in rural regions. His emphasis on improving access to healthcare helped raise the standard of living for many who had been left behind by the rapid urbanization of Bangkok and other cities. The monarchy also prioritized education reform, funding scholarships, and the construction of schools in underserved communities. King Rama IX believed that education was key to breaking the cycle of poverty and empowering the next generation of Thai citizens. His focus on vocational training equipped rural communities with skills to participate in the nation's growing economy. Throughout his reign, King Rama IX used his platform to foster a spirit of self-reliance among the Thai people. His philosophy of sufficiency economy emphasized moderation, responsible resource use, and resilience to external shocks. This vision became a guiding principle for the country during times of economic uncertainty, including the 1997 Asian financial crisis. The monarchy's involvement in modernization went beyond development projects. It also acted as a stabilizing force during periods of political upheaval, ensuring continuity and unity in the face of change. King Rama IX's tireless efforts to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity earned him profound respect both at home and internationally, cementing the monarchy's role as a cornerstone of Thailand's progress. Throughout his reign, King Rama IX used his platform to foster a spirit of self-reliance among the Thai people. His philosophy of sufficiency economy emphasized moderation, responsible resource use, and resilience to external shocks. This vision became a guiding principle for the country during times of economic uncertainty, including the 1997 Asian financial crisis. The monarchy's involvement in modernization went beyond development projects. It also acted as a stabilizing force during periods of political upheaval, ensuring continuity and unity in the face of change. King Rama IX's tireless efforts to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity earned him profound respect both at home and internationally, cementing the monarchy's role as a cornerstone of Thailand's progress. The post-war era saw a series of political upheavals as Thailand transitioned between military rule, civilian governments, and constitutional reforms. Coup d'état became a recurring theme, reflecting the struggle to establish political stability. The 1960s and 1970s marked a transformative period for Thailand's economy as the nation embraced industrialization and urbanization. With significant investments in infrastructure, manufacturing, and exports, Thailand emerged as a regional economic leader. Government policies encouraged foreign investment, particularly from Japan and the United States, which played pivotal roles in establishing industrial zones and modernizing Thailand's production capabilities. The construction of major highways and railways connected rural areas to urban centers like Bangkok, facilitating the movement of goods and labor. New industries, including textiles, electronics, and automobile assembly, became key drivers of economic growth, providing jobs for millions and diversifying the country's economic base. Exports, particularly of rice, tin, and manufactured goods, surged, solidifying Thailand's reputation as a vital player in global trade. The rapid urbanization that accompanied this growth saw Bangkok become the epicenter of economic activity. The city's skyline began to transform, with modern office buildings, hotels, and shopping centers springing up alongside traditional markets and temples. The rise of Bangkok as a bustling metropolis not only symbolized Thailand's economic ambitions, but also drew people from rural areas seeking opportunities in the growing industrial and service sectors. Tourism also became a cornerstone of the economy during this period. International visitors flocked to Thailand's vibrant cities, historic temples, and pristine beaches, contributing significantly to GDP growth. By the late 1970s, Thailand's tourism industry was well on its way to becoming one of the most robust in the world. Despite this progress, economic growth in the 1960s and 1970s also created new challenges. The wealth generated during this period was concentrated in urban areas, leading to significant income disparities between rural and urban populations. Additionally, the environmental costs of rapid industrialization, including deforestation and pollution, began to surface, prompting debates about sustainable development. Nevertheless, this era laid the foundation for Thailand's continued economic expansion in the decades to come. Thailand's strategic location in Southeast Asia made it a pivotal ally for the United States during the Vietnam War. As neighboring countries like Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia became battlegrounds for Cold War geopolitics, Thailand emerged as a critical staging ground for American military operations. Starting in the early 1960s, the U.S. established several air bases in Thailand, including those in Udon Thani, Ubon Ratchathani, and Nakhon Phanom, which served as hubs for bombing campaigns and intelligence missions. The influx of American troops and resources significantly boosted Thailand's economy. Construction projects to build and expand these bases created jobs, while the presence of foreign personnel stimulated local businesses, particularly in cities near the military installations. Additionally, U.S. financial aid provided Thailand with funding for infrastructure development, modernizing roads, communication networks, and other critical facilities that benefited the broader economy. One of the most striking transformations during this period occurred in Pattaya, a small fishing village that rapidly evolved into a thriving entertainment and tourism center. Its proximity to major U.S. military bases made it a popular destination for American servicemen seeking rest and relaxation. This influx spurred the development of hotels, restaurants, and nightlife establishments, fundamentally reshaping Pattaya's character. By the end of the war, Pattaya had become synonymous with vibrant entertainment and tourism, laying the foundation for its future role as one of Thailand's premier tourist destinations. Thailand's involvement in the Vietnam War wasn't limited to hosting foreign forces. The Thai government, led by Prime Minister Sarit Thanarat and his successors, actively supported the U.S. anti-communist agenda. Thai troops were deployed to Vietnam, and the government collaborated with American forces to combat communist insurgencies within its own borders. This partnership cemented Thailand's reputation as a staunch ally of the West, earning it significant geopolitical and economic advantages. However, Thailand's role in the war also brought challenges. The influx of foreign influence led to rapid cultural shifts, as Western values and lifestyles clashed with traditional Thai norms. Furthermore, the war increased political tensions within the country, as some segments of the population opposed Thailand's deep involvement in the conflict. The economic benefits were not evenly distributed, exacerbating regional inequalities and fueling discontent in rural areas. By the end of the Vietnam War in 1975, Thailand had firmly established itself as a key regional player aligned with the United States. While the withdrawal of U.S. forces created economic and political uncertainty, the infrastructure investments and economic growth spurred by the war years laid the groundwork for Thailand's modernization. Additionally, the government's efforts to suppress internal communist movements during this period helped maintain national stability, ensuring Thailand's position as a non-communist stronghold in Southeast Asia. In the 1970s, Thailand began to establish itself as a premier tourist destination. Bangkok's vibrant culture, Chiang Mai's natural beauty, and the pristine beaches of Phuket and Pattaya attracted visitors from around the world. The 1970s were marked by social unrest, as students and activists demanded greater democracy and reforms. The October 1973 uprising and subsequent political shifts reflected a growing desire for more participatory governance. Thailand invested heavily in education reform. During the late 20th century, universities expanded and literacy rates rose significantly, laying the foundation for a skilled workforce that would drive the nation's economy in the decades to come. The 1997 Asian financial crisis was a defining moment in Thailand's modern history, exposing vulnerabilities in its financial systems and reshaping its economic trajectory. The crisis began in Thailand, when the government was forced to float the baht after failing to maintain its peg to the US dollar. This devaluation triggered a domino effect, spreading financial turmoil across Southeast Asia and beyond. In the years leading up to the crisis, Thailand experienced rapid economic growth fueled by foreign investment, a booming real estate market, and speculative financial practices. While this growth brought prosperity, it also created significant economic imbalances. Unchecked borrowing, coupled with weak regulatory oversight, left the economy vulnerable to external shocks. The collapse of major financial institutions and the bursting of Thailand's real estate bubble marked the beginning of a steep economic downturn. The crisis had devastating effects on Thailand's economy and society. The stock market plummeted and unemployment surged as businesses went bankrupt. Many middle-class families lost their savings, and poverty rates increased, particularly in rural areas where economic progress had already been slower. Foreign investors withdrew capital en masse, exacerbating the liquidity crunch and further destabilizing the financial sector. To stabilize the economy, Thailand implemented a series of austerity measures and structural reforms. These included tightening fiscal policies, restructuring debt, and improving transparency in the banking system. While these measures eventually restored economic stability, they also imposed significant hardships on the population, sparking protests and debates about the role of international financial institutions in national sovereignty. Despite the challenges, the crisis served as a turning point for Thailand's economic policy. The government undertook major reforms to strengthen the banking sector, improve financial regulation, and diversify the economy. Lessons learned from the crisis led to a more cautious approach to borrowing and investment, ensuring greater resilience in the face of future global economic shocks. By the early 2000s, Thailand's economy began to recover, buoyed by a surge in exports, a renewed focus on tourism, and a growing middle class. The Asian financial crisis left a lasting impact on Thailand, shaping its economic strategies and serving as a reminder of the risks associated with rapid, unchecked growth. It also highlighted the importance of balancing development with sustainable financial practices, a lesson that continues to influence Thailand's approach to economic planning. Thailand became a founding member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, in 1967, playing an active role in fostering regional cooperation and economic integration. ASEAN became a platform for Thailand to promote its economic and political interests on a global stage. By the 2000s, a growing middle class began to shape Thailand's economy and culture. Increased urbanization, access to technology, and rising incomes transformed consumer behavior and introduced new cultural trends. The 21st century in Thailand has been marked by deep political polarization and recurring protests, reflecting the growing divisions within Thai society. These divisions are rooted in differing visions for the country's future, as well as long-standing tensions between rural and urban populations, monarchy and reformist groups, and traditional elites versus emerging political forces. The polarization became most visible during the early 2000s with the rise of Thaksin Shinawatra, a billionaire businessman who served as prime minister from 2001 to 2006. Thaksin's populist policies, including healthcare reforms and rural development programs, earned him significant support from rural communities and the urban poor. However, His administration was also accused of corruption, authoritarian tendencies, and undermining traditional institutions. In 2006, a military coup ousted Thaksin, setting the stage for more than a decade of political unrest. This unrest manifested in the formation of two major political factions: the Yellow Shirts, representing royalists, urban elites, and middle-class conservatives, and the Red Shirts, composed largely of rural and working-class supporters of Thaksin and his political allies. The rivalry between these groups led to mass protests, some of which turned violent. The most notable clashes occurred in 2010, when Red Shirt demonstrations in Bangkok were met with a military crackdown, resulting in dozens of deaths and widespread destruction. Thailand's political crisis has also included disputes over constitutional reforms and the role of the monarchy in modern governance. Pro-democracy protests, particularly among younger generations, have called for changes to the constitution and greater accountability from both the government and the monarchy. These demands have often clashed with Thailand's conservative institutions, leading to arrests, censorship, and further unrest. Military coups have further complicated the situation. In 2014, the military staged another coup, citing the need to restore order amid ongoing protests. The junta, led by General Prayut Chan-o-cha, promised stability, but faced criticism for restricting freedoms and delaying democratic elections. Even after elections were held in 2019, tensions remained high, with accusations of election manipulation and continued protests calling for democratic reforms. Thailand's political polarization reflects deeper structural issues, including economic inequality, rural-urban divides, and generational shifts in attitudes toward governance and tradition. Despite the challenges, the persistence of protests demonstrates the Thai people's commitment to shaping their nation's future. While the road to reconciliation remains uncertain, these ongoing debates and movements highlight Thailand's dynamic political landscape and the growing demand for change. On October 13, 2016, Thailand experienced one of the most profound moments in its modern history with the passing of King Bhumibol Adulyadej, Rama IX. Having reigned for over 70 years, King Rama IX was the world's longest-serving monarch at the time, and his death marked the end of an era defined by stability, modernization, and a deep connection between the monarchy and the Thai people. His passing plunged the nation into a period of mourning, with millions paying their respects at the Grand Palace in Bangkok. King Rama IX was more than a ceremonial figure. He was regarded as the heart and soul of Thailand. His reign spanned tumultuous decades of political change, economic development, and social transformation. Through it all, he served as a unifying force, transcending political divisions and earning the unwavering affection of his people. His hands-on approach to governance, particularly his dedication to rural development and sustainable projects, endeared him to communities across the country. The mourning period that followed his death was marked by extraordinary displays of national unity and grief. Black clothing became ubiquitous across Thailand, and public gatherings were held to honor the king's legacy. The Grand Palace welcomed millions of mourners who traveled from every corner of the nation to pay their final respects. The state funeral, held in October 2017, was an elaborate and solemn ceremony featuring a royal cremation pyre intricately designed to reflect his life and achievements. It served as a collective moment of reflection for a nation grappling with the loss of a beloved leader. Internationally, King Rama IX's death was also widely mourned, with leaders from across the globe acknowledging his contributions to peace, development, and diplomacy. Under his reign, Thailand had maintained its sovereignty amidst colonial pressures, modernized its infrastructure, and strengthened its role on the global stage. The legacy of King Rama IX continues to shape Thailand. His philosophy of the sufficiency economy, emphasizing moderation, sustainability, and resilience, remains a guiding principle in the nation's development strategies. Even after his passing, his image and teachings remain deeply embedded in Thai society, serving as a source of inspiration and a reminder of his tireless devotion to the welfare of his people. Today, Thailand is a leading exporter of goods, such as electronics, vehicles, and agricultural products. Its tourism industry remains one of the most robust in the world, and Bangkok serves as a financial and cultural hub for Southeast Asia. Thailand faces growing environmental challenges, including deforestation, air pollution, and the impacts of climate change. Efforts to promote sustainability, such as ecotourism and renewable energy projects, have become critical to the country's future development. As Thailand moves further into the 21st century, it continues to balance tradition with innovation. With its rich cultural heritage, resilient people, and strategic vision, the nation remains poised to thrive in an ever-changing world. As we explore Thailand's rich history, we must also consider its future. The challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for this dynamic nation are as diverse as its past, and the choices Thailand makes today will shape its tomorrow. Thailand's identity has always been rooted in a delicate balance between tradition and innovation. Moving forward, the nation will continue to navigate this dynamic, ensuring that modernization complements rather than erodes its rich cultural heritage. Preserving historical sites, fostering traditional arts, and celebrating festivals like Loy Krathong will remain central to Thailand's identity, even as it embraces technological advancements and global integration. Thailand's future prosperity will depend on its ability to diversify its economy. While industries like tourism and agriculture remain vital, the government is investing in sectors like technology, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing. Initiatives such as the Eastern Economic Corridor, EEC, aim to transform Thailand into a high-tech industrial hub, fostering innovation and attracting foreign investment. To remain competitive in a rapidly changing global economy, Thailand must continue to reform its education system, emphasizing STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Education, vocational training, and digital literacy will prepare future generations for the demands of an increasingly knowledge-based economy. Expanding access to quality education, especially in rural areas, will be essential for reducing inequality and fostering inclusive growth. Thailand faces significant environmental challenges, including deforestation, air pollution, and the impacts of climate change, such as rising sea levels and extreme weather events. To safeguard its future, Thailand is embracing sustainability initiatives, from reforestation projects to investments in renewable energy. Ecotourism and green urban planning are also becoming priorities, aligning economic growth with environmental preservation. With urban centers like Bangkok continuing to grow, managing urbanization will be a critical focus. Investments in public transportation, affordable housing, and smart city technologies will ensure that urban growth remains sustainable. At the same time, rural development programs will be necessary to bridge the gap between urban and rural areas, ensuring balanced national growth. Thailand's political landscape remains polarized, with debates about governance, democracy, and the monarchy continuing to shape the nation's future. The next chapter of Thailand's political development will depend on fostering dialogue, addressing inequality, and ensuring that governance systems are inclusive and resilient. Political stability will be crucial for enabling sustainable development and attracting foreign investment. As a founding member of ASEAN and a regional leader, Thailand will play a key role in fostering economic and political cooperation in Southeast Asia. Strengthening ties with neighboring countries and engaging in global trade networks will ensure Thailand remains a key player on the international stage. Initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative and regional free trade agreements present opportunities to enhance Thailand's global connectivity. Digital transformation will be a cornerstone of Thailand's future development. Investments in 5G infrastructure, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce are already underway. Programs like Thailand 4.0 aim to create a smart, digitally driven economy, improving efficiency across sectors while fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. Ensuring digital inclusion for all segments of society will be essential for maximizing the benefits of this transformation. Thailand's younger generations are poised to play a pivotal role in shaping the nation's future. With growing access to education and technology, young people are more informed and connected than ever before. Encouraging civic engagement and fostering leadership among Thailand's youth will ensure a more participatory and dynamic democracy. driving progress in areas like sustainability, innovation, and human rights. Thailand's future will be defined by its ability to adapt to a changing world while staying true to its cultural roots. Whether it's tackling climate change, embracing technological innovation, or strengthening its political institutions, Thailand has the potential to lead as a model of resilience and balance in Southeast Asia. By honoring its past and planning boldly for the future, Thailand is set to write the next remarkable chapter in its history. And so, we have journeyed through the captivating story of Thailand, a tale that spans centuries, from the ancient kingdoms of Sukhothai and Ayutthaya to the vibrant, resilient nation we see today. Thailand's history is one of resilience, shaped by its ability to adapt to challenges and overcome adversity. From the rise and fall of powerful kingdoms to its navigation of colonial pressures and modern global dynamics, Thailand has continually reinvented itself while preserving its cultural heritage. At the heart of Thailand's story is its unwavering cultural identity. The nation's commitment to Buddhism, its celebration of traditions like Songkran and Loi Krathong, and its preservation of ancient arts and architecture reflect a society deeply connected to its roots. Thailand's monarchs have played a vital role in guiding the nation through moments of change. Leaders like King Rama I, King Chulalongkorn, Rama V, and King Bhumibol Adulyadej, Rama IX, left legacies of progress, stability, and modernization, ensuring that the nation adapted to an evolving world without losing its essence. Thailand's strength lies in its diversity. From the hill tribes of the north to the vibrant communities in the south, the nation thrives on its rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions. This diversity not only enriches its heritage, but also fosters innovation and creativity in every sphere of life. Today, Thailand stands as a leader in Southeast Asia, with a thriving economy, a dynamic cultural scene, and a global reputation as a premier tourist destination. Its ability to blend tradition and modernity has made it a unique and compelling force on the world stage. Thailand's future is not without its challenges. Environmental sustainability, political polarization, and social inequality are pressing issues. Yet these challenges also present opportunities for growth, innovation, and a renewed commitment to unity and progress. With a strong foundation in its history and a forward-looking vision, Thailand is well-positioned to thrive in the 21st century. Investments in education, technology, and sustainability, alongside its continued commitment to cultural preservation, ensure a bright future for the nation and its people. Above all, Thailand's greatest strength lies in the spirit of its people, a spirit defined by resilience, kindness, and an unwavering belief in the future. From the farmers in the rice fields to the entrepreneurs in bustling Bangkok, the Thai people embody the essence of their nation. As we close this chapter, let us take with us the lessons of Thailand's story, the power of resilience, the value of heritage, and the promise of renewal. Thailand is not just a land of history, it is a land of hope. Until next time, this is Phileas Kronos, bidding you farewell from the pages of time. And so, we reach the final chapter of our journey through Thailand's extraordinary history. From the dawn of the Sukhothai kingdom to the bustling modernity of Bangkok, Thailand's story is one of resilience, innovation, and deep cultural pride. Thailand's history is a vivid tapestry woven from its ancient roots, profound spirituality, and adaptability to change. Few nations can boast such a continuous story of independence and cultural preservation, despite the challenges of regional conflicts, colonial pressures, and modernization. Thailand's ability to maintain harmony amid its diversity has been one of its defining strengths. Whether in its ethnic communities, religious practices, or rich regional traditions, the nation thrives on its inclusivity and mutual respect. Thailand's vibrant cultural heritage continues to inspire its future. Its festivals, cuisine, art, and music resonate far beyond its borders, drawing visitors and fostering global admiration. This cultural richness remains a pillar of the nation's soft power on the world stage. Thailand's future is bright. Its investments in technology, education, and sustainable development are shaping the path forward. By nurturing its natural resources, empowering its youth, and fostering innovation, Thailand is poised to lead in a rapidly changing world. To the people of Thailand, I extend my deepest admiration for your enduring spirit and remarkable history. To the viewers of this tale, I hope you carry with you a newfound appreciation for the richness of Thai culture and the lessons it offers us all. As I close this book of time, I leave you with these words. History is not just a record of the past, it is a guide to our future. May we learn from it, honor it, and build upon it for the generations to come. As we conclude our journey through the pages of Thailand's history, I want to leave you with my heartfelt admiration for this remarkable land and its people. Thailand's story is not just its own, it is a testament to the enduring strength of humanity, the beauty of culture, and the resilience of a nation that honors its past while embracing its future. To the people of Thailand, may your journey forward continue to be filled with harmony, prosperity, and pride in your heritage. And to all of you, my fellow travelers through time, thank you for joining me on this extraordinary adventure. If you've enjoyed exploring Thailand's history, don't let the journey stop here. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Timeless Tales, and share it with friends who love history as much as you do. Together, let's continue to uncover the stories that connect us all, across nations, cultures, and centuries. And remember, the past is not just a collection of dates and events. It is a living legacy that shapes the present and guides the future. Until next time, this is Phileas Kronos, inviting you to embark on the next timeless tale with us. Farewell, for now.